For the skirt part, we're using burnt umber, ultramarine violet, and titanium buff. So I'm going to take some of the burnt umber and titanium buff. And it really doesn't matter how the shape is, as long as we get, shape of stripes, show stripes. Her stripes are very strange up here. Let's go over that a bit, because I drew them the wrong way. So I'm going to try to adjust them. I drew this part the wrong kind of movement. So we're going to do that. This is easier. At the bottom, it becomes easier. Shape of the stripe. All right, there we go. I'm going to add a tiny bit of ultramarine violet in here for the part in here that is dark, and a bit of more burnt umber. But don't make it too dark, so, it shouldn't look too close to the dark stripes that we're going to be putting eventually. So. Okay, now.
Did you say you used a little bit of ultramarine
Violet.
violet for the
Yes.
for the bottom parts?
For the bottom part, yes. For here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? I'll wait a bit for you to get to this part, before I start highlighting. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, titanium buff and burnt umber, and we're going to start highlighting this part of the skirt. So wherever there is a bumpy high area in that skirt in the fabric, we're going to highlight that. So I'm highlighting mostly here. This is higher. Then when I go in down, I add a bit of more burnt umber and I mix it. I blend it. In the reference, really, it's very hard to see what's happening. But that doesn't matter. We don't have to. We just we can just take part of it. Like right now, I'm highlighting this part because it's higher, right there, and it just makes it look. It lifts the fabric up. All right, let's take another one. Like this is burnt umber, titanium white, kind of mid-tone, and let's do kind of
Sorry,
like.
titanium white or unbleached
Oh,
titanium?
I'm sorry, not titanium,
Okay.
titanium buff, titanium buff.
Okay.
Sorry. All right, there, another part. So you can see in the reference that the stripes are kind of everywhere, especially in this area. I'm not gonna do a lot of this. I'm just gonna make it simple. There's just too much happening in there. And really, it is not the focal point. So now I'm adding more titanium buff. And I'm just going to highlight right here. Push it in.
You're not using any white, right?
No, I don't think we need to. It's really very simple, toned down kind of highlights in here. So we really don't need to use any white. White will look too stark. You don't want to draw too much attention to this part. Right, again, burnt umber, titanium buff, and slowly now, what I'll do is I'll start this part here is down, so I don't need to highlight it. And I'll do this part too, like that. And highlight this part because this is higher and it goes in to the dark part, dark here, right there. But it's not as light as this part because this is underneath, kind of underneath the table. Okay. So this is a combination of burnt umber now and some black. I just want to place some of these stripes.
Oh, you go black now?
Black and burnt umber. Bit of black with the burnt umber. I'm just putting some of these stripes in here. I'm not going to highlight them for now. I'll wait. But I'm just going to put them. The trick is not to make them equal. Make them kind of different shapes. And size. And try to wiggle some of them, because this is fabric and the fabric is not sitting flat. It's all over, it's everywhere. It's kind of this, these are stripes, and she's wearing a skirt, and the skirt is bunched up. So you'll see like your stripes are not equal, and not repeating in the same pattern. It's like a little bit messy. Highlighting little parts, like kind of small lines, just to make it look like the fabric is folded. And honestly, just to make sure that the highlights are not equal. Okay. Okay. Let's work on the background. So I'm going to take just titanium buff and burnt umber, mix them, and just kind of give the background, you know, show it a bit. For now, we'll decide later on what we're going to do. If we want to keep it that way or we want to change.
Sorry, what are you using?
Just burnt umber and titanium buff. Now for the chair, the chair inside behind the newspaper right here has those, you can see the squares. So it's titanium. I'm using titanium, not squares, those little, that little kind of detail. Sorry, pattern that is, again, I'm just gonna give it a suggestion, and you'll see in a minute when I start putting the burnt sienna. I take burnt sienna from here, darken my burnt sienna, let's say put some burnt umber in it. And just come here.
straight burnt sienna.
Burnt sienna with burnt umber, because this area here is a bit dark. It's behind it's behind the newspaper. And the white part of this chair, the pattern in this chair, is just titanium buff and brown, burnt umber. I'm going to keep the sides of this chair here, this part. I'm going to keep it simple. So let's take titanium buff, put some burnt sienna in it, and a touch, let's see. Yep, a touch of ultramarine, violet. It looks more yellow in the, this is more titanium buff. It looks more kind of more on the yellow side in the reference, but I'm not sure we need to worry too much about it.
Sorry, this is the side of the chair.
Yeah, the side. Yeah, the side of the chair.
Is burnt umber, burnt sienna, and
touch of ultramarine violet, and then I highlighted this part. Yeah,
and white or titanium.
No. Yes, it has. Okay, this burnt umber, right? I mean, burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. Ultramarine violet with my burnt sienna and titanium buff.
Oh, so the dark part you were doing on the chair was ultramarine violet, not burnt umber? Okay, I got confused.
Here?
Yeah.
No, I think I used burnt umber.
Oh, you did use, okay.
Yeah. Just this part of the chair. I'm using ultramarine violet on it. This. But the rest, no, I just used burnt umber. Burnt umber. Titanium buff. Wow, that's a lot of squares. I'm going to do the same thing for the seat. Just a suggestion of these little square. And we'll continue with this all the way. Okay. Burnt sienna, burnt umber. By the time we put the stuff on the table, we're not going to see any of this stuff happening in there.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to hardly see this chair in the back because of this, the details or the work that's going to go on the table. So I'm not putting too much effort in here. It's there, but it doesn't have to be too detailed. I don't want to show this too much. It's just going to be taking over. Let's darken this. The seat. Too much detail. Too much. Here, it's better. Just put a suggestion of a seat. All right.